Happy Groundhogs Day. It's a holiday, am I right? Yeah, we asked you via our social media pages what you were hoping for. 6 more weeks of winter, which really I don't want, but I feel maybe you live in California, you do, or an early spring. And here were some of your responses. Let's go to Facebook first. And there were some funny responses. Let's start with Brienne here. She said, I'd like an early spring, but it's always 6 more weeks. I feel you, Brienne. Debbie said, no, my grandson says if he sees his shadow, it's 4 more days. I like that better. I agree, Debbie. And Lee had a really funny response. Nobody who has a brain will say more winter. And if you do, the U.S. has a magical place for you. It is called Alaska. Yeah, thank you for that. Let's go to Twitter now, where we took a poll. 62% of people said they hoped for spring, please. 25% said more winter, and 13% said they don't care. How do you not care? You got to weigh in on these types of things. Also, if you really want to get into the spirit, you can likely catch a screening of Groundhogs Day at one of your local theaters, because maybe you forgot how great this movie is. Watch this.
Groundhog time.
1,000 people freezing their butts off waiting to worship a rat. Groundhog Day. Again?
At first, he was a little anxious.
Will you be checking out today, Mr.
Check your local area listings for screenings of Groundhog's Day, because who doesn't want to see an old school movie on Groundhog's Day, am I right? Something to do with the kids, maybe.
Let's check in now with Shae Peppler at Dose headquarters for the scoop on that. Now I'm hungry, Shae.
I know, right? I appreciate a good dip, Layla, or anything really that I don't have to cook for the big game, am I right? But let's break this down. And chili, by far a favorite. Surprised? Probably no one, but we're gonna go by state here. So in Texas, the most Googled recipe is chili and sausage cheese balls that I don't think I've ever had before. In Illinois, chicken and Chex Mix, which is really funny because I always make a buffalo chicken dip, so I fall right into the statistic because I Googled it years ago and it stuck. In Pennsylvania, chili and potato soup. In DC, pizza bites, they do it right. In Florida, shrimp and those sausage cheese balls again. I gotta get this recipe. And in Oregon, clam chowder and taco soup. But let's go back to the chili because it was the most uniquely searched recipe for the big game in 8 states, meaning people like to add special ingredients to make it stand out for parties during the big game. So to take your chili up a notch, fans suggest on our social media pages for Dose here, adding prunes. This helps with reducing acidity and gives a sheen to the chili, nice and pretty. However, you can't keep the prunes in there for more than 30 minutes or they do start to break down. Another suggestion by a Dose Facebooker was adding a can of pureed pumpkin because it thickens the chili without adding a ton of flavor, and it also provides additional vitamins. Win-win. But the bigger question, guys, that I want to know is, do you think the Monday after the big game should be a national holiday? Personally, yes. Your thoughts?
Absolutely.
No, people,
Come on.
we must be responsible adults. We have bills to pay. So I will be at work.
Got those vacation days. That's what they give them to you for.
Oh.
It's our social story of the day, and with that, we're checking in with Miss Shae Peppler at our Dose headquarters with the details. Shae, what's up?
Some Szechuan sauce.
That too.
I think, Gary, you might be the most excited about this. Monday's kind of like a holiday for us fast food goers, right? The Szechuan sauce is back at McDonald's. So excited about it. Okay, but it is the social story of the day. Szechuan, social story, hard to say them all at once. Anyways, this is why it is the social story of the day. Overnight, we test out the stories that resonate with you, and we give them a score. 100 is considered good, 300 amazing. This scored a 212. Now, Szechuan sauce was first released in 1998 as part of a promotion for Disney's Mulan. It was revamped last year, Gary, as you mentioned, to help promote McDonald's Buttermilk Crispy Tenders. Fans went absolutely crazy. The sauce sold out almost immediately, making Szechuan sauce one of the most coveted items of the year. And that is almost an understatement. I mean, there were riots, people waited in line starting at 5 a.m. The demand for the sauce was so high that in October of last year, now this is true, one woman managed to trade a packet of the sauce, of the Szechuan sauce, for a 2000 Volkswagen Jetta. Can you believe that? This time, McDonald's says they've learned from their mistakes, and now they're gonna put a few more in some stores. They're gonna distribute 20 million packets of the sauce across their 14,000 U.S. locations starting on Monday. So mark your calendars. Now here's one of the tweets. Team Monica on Twitter chimed in saying, oh, are you bringing enough for the whole class this time? I won't have to pay $300, let's say, for a packet of the Szechuan sauce. I know people are really excited about it, but this is true, guys. People waited in line for hours. They were trading sauces the tunes of hundreds. So I'm excited for Monday. I might get up early and go to McDonald's and get some Szechuan sauce. Don't know when I'm going to dip in it yet, but looking forward to it.
I'll just